Hey guys, I'm waiting to be shared into Grace Creations. I'm not in an event with them today, and we are going to. The theme is autumn mason jars. So I'm going to bring something with some bright colors. Y'all know I like bright colors. We've got the fall coming with all of the different foliage and everything. So I'm going to play off of that, and we will see where we go with this. So I'm going to get just a little bit of time till I get shared into the group. And I'm going to make sure that you refresh your page if you are in Grace Creations, and look for the people who you can follow. And how do you find those people? You will see the word follow next to their name. So give me just a minute. I'm going to pull myself up on my computer. See what we got. Okay, it's 4 o'clock. Let's see. All right, hang on a minute. Let me pull this up. Oh, wow. Huh. Just saw some really good news. All right, let's see here. GRACE. Oh, come on. Hang tight. Hold, please, as some people would say. Let's see what we got. 401. Hey, Handmade Novelties. Hey, Misty, how you doing? Come on in. I am trying to pull myself up on my computer. Not seeing it. All right, let me try this. All right, hang on. Connect. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's see if I don't know why I'm not coming up. Huh. There I am. Okay. All right. Welcome, y'all. I'm Julie with Nothing is Wasted Designs, and today's you are in. Sorry. I am in. Okay. Hope you had a good nap there, Lindell. No problem. All right. What I want to do is I'm going to paint some mason jars, but I'm going to use Bonding Boss by Dixie Belle. I don't know if y'all have used this or not. Hey Karen, hey Lindell, hey Madison, y'all come on in. I'm going to use a little different technique for painting these jars than, I don't even think I've ever painted a mason jar, y'all. How did that even happen, So I thought when there came an opening for me to be able to work with the jars, I thought, well, this would be a good time for me to do it. So, hey, Roger. All right, so what I'm going to use is a stippling effect. I took a class through Tracy's Fancy, and she has a lot of like really, really bright colors and checks and stripes and polka dots and whimsical type stuff. So she kind of fits in with a lot of the things that I like to see. And she had a oh, what is it called? A giant jumbo. Hey Sherry, how are you? She had a jumbo workshop, jumbo finial workshop. These finials are like a couple feet long. And thanks for sprinkling me out there. I appreciate it. Anyway, so the base coat that she did a stippling effect, and the reason why she did the stippling effect was so that you don't, you know how when you paint something you get those kind of like track lines, and she said that if you stipple your first coat on there, that you know, you'll get more tooth to for the next layers to add on to. So I thought, well, let's give it a try. I have got a gazillion, it seems that way, a gazillion mason jars in my attic, and I have not canned anything for a long time. Hey Shantae, how you doing there? Hey, good to see ya. Come on in. Let me get this bristle off of here. Now I'm using a one of my older essential stencil brushes, and the reason why I'm using an older one is because I'm working with the Bonding Boss with Dixie Belle. Bonding Boss is kind of, well, it is not kind of, it is. It's a combination of Slick Stick and Boss. And they put the two together. And so anytime that you're working with a like a slick surface, anything glossy or plastic or glass, that's what the Slick Stick was for. And then Boss was for like keeping any stains from coming up through the paint. So Dixie Belle combined the two. And so all I'm doing is just stippling this on here, and I'm going to do the Magic Television show, because I've already done 4 jars, y'all, because I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of time for these to dry. It's Bonding Boss, or Dixie Belle says to let the Bonding Boss dry about, I think it says like 2 wears. Well, I did an hour with some speed up rules, so I'm counting that as 2. And so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get this done. Just I wanted y'all to see 1 jar done. Okay, I don't know if you can see how the effect is. Now, you know, it's kind of crazy because after I started painting these, I thought, oh, you know what would have been really cool is if I would have done the tissue paper. I really like the look that that jars have when you glue tissue paper to them. But I had already painted 4 jars, so I'm going with my original plan. Usually I will change midstream, but I don't have time to do it because I don't have control over when I'm going to be on time. Hey Lisa. All right, so these are the 4 jars that we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to paint these. And we're going to turn these into vases. And gosh, you know what? I hope I can use up all my time, so we'll see what happens. All right, so I want to do the colors. Well, let me leave these up here. I want to do the colors red, green, orange, and yellow. Okay, I'm going to paint each one of these jars. And hey, Jessica, good to see you. All right, so this is what we're going to do. So this is what I'm going to start with that. So let me put these off to the side so that I don't get my arms in them. Y'all like the order of those colors, or do you think we should change them? I'm going to do red. No, red. Yeah, red. No. What did I say? Hold on a minute. Red, yellow, orange, and green, I think is what I want to do. Or do I want to do, let's do green and orange. Y'all have a specific order you like? Lisa, did you get any pickles? Sherry, did you anybody get any pickles? Yesterday I was telling everybody about fermented pickles and how if you want to stay well through October, November, December, and January, to eat fermented pickles. And so I was sharing information about it in a private chat. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go live because then that way y'all will be able to see it. Okay, I think I like this order. So we're going to go red, yellow, green, and orange. We can always change it up if we don't like it. Now, because I've already stippled these on here, the theory is I should be able to just paint these colors on here. So that's what I'm going to try. So this is kind of like an experiment day. We're going to see what happens. And I'm going to work with, this is Artarama in the color Cherry Red. So let me get a brush. I am going to need several brushes because, all right, so we're going to do 1, 2, this one's good enough, 3, and where's the 4th one? I'm just going to use just an inexpensive brush, nothing fancy. Maybe this one will work, we'll see. All right, so I'm going to go with the red first, y'all. And I guess I need a palette. So I'm going to pull this out. We're going to do one at a time. And this is a, what is it called? Tearaway or something? Disposable palette paper. And if you want a link for this, I got it off Amazon. So I'm going to just go ahead and stick a little bit of paint on here. Now, y'all know that I usually use my cut up cardboard. All right, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh yeah, this is going to be pretty. All right, and I'm going to stipple this over, it's looking kind of a pinky color. I'm going to stipple that over the embossed part of the jar so that it goes all in the nooks and crannies. And this almost looks like it could use 2 coats. So we'll see how this goes. And then the theory for today is I'm going to turn these into flower vases and bring in a little bit of flowers. I love flowers, and so I'm going to take advantage of the last bit of blooming flowers that we have. And of course we've got camellias that'll be coming up in the winter time too, right? So I thought that I don't do a whole lot of flower arranging, and when I do, I'm like, oh, I have fun with it. All right, here we go. So we're going to just go across the bottom. But I think that my first thought would have been the tissue paper. I think I would have really liked the tissue paper because it would give it some texture. Is it Narelle? Is that how you pronounce your name? I used to teach public school. I taught junior high math for a little over 8 years, y'all. And then I also, my dad had a furniture store. And so I got pretty good at, not perfect, lots of room for improvement, but I got pretty good at guessing names, pronunciations. All right, so just going over this. This seems to be doing okay. But I really think this red needs more than 1 coat, y'all. So I may be doing 2 coats on this. And all I'm doing is I'm just kind of smoothing this out. I'm going to come down this way so that I don't hit the bottom too hard. Well, maybe I am going to use up all my time. All right, here we go. Liking it. All right, so far I'm liking it. And the middle of this is going to be covered up, so it's not too critical that going over these letters and this embossed area is going to matter. All right, here we go. All right, let's let this one dry. I'm trying to get as few brush strokes as possible. Now, if I would have put this straight on the glass, can y'all see that? If I would have put this straight on the glass, hey, Karen, how you doing? Another one of my color buddies. All right, so let me, nope, I'm not going to put that away yet because I think I want to put a second coat on this. I'm going to just hold that off to the side. All right, so let me go in and I'm going to use the yellow next. Hey, Jane, come on in. Welcome to my page and Grace Creations. This is a Grace Creations event. My name is Julie. If you're not familiar with my page name is Nothing is Wasted Designs. Ooh, I like this yellow, y'all. Let's see, how is that going to look with those flowers there? That's going to work. Okay, that'll work. I'm going to put some sunflowers in here. And I was thinking maybe this was going to be too bright. Can you have something that's too bright? Is that even possible, y'all? Hey, Tammy, how are you? Come on in. Come on in. Good to see y'all. Usually, I haven't worked with sunflowers a lot. Remember that I'm relatively new to the crafting world, y'all. Y'all have been pros with this for longer probably than I have. So I'm kind of new, and so I haven't done too many sunflower projects, but the ones that I have done, I usually add a little bit of gold in here with it, just to tone it down, because sunflowers have a lot of gold in them. All right, here we go. But I think I'm gonna like these. I definitely think the red needs to have another coat on it. So we'll come back to that. So what are y'all's favorite fall kinds of projects to work with? Do you have a favorite something? We had a sunflower theme in Grace Creations, and I wondered, I thought, why do we always see pumpkins and sunflowers together? And so of course I had to look it up because I like to learn. And bottom line is that they grow, they pretty much harvest about the same time, which is kind of what I thought, but I wasn't certain. And that's the reason why you see a lot of pumpkin and sunflower crafts together, because you can actually grow them together and they end up being beneficial to each other. You're supposed to, I think if I remember right, you're supposed to, all right, so this is what we have for the yellow. Crackle in this would be pretty too, wouldn't it? So all kinds of thoughts. So I may have to go back and try some crackling on. All right, let me put this off to the side. All right, next one, and I may do another coat on that. So we're going to take and get another paintbrush, and now we're going to go in with some green. Hey, Heather, come on in. Hey, Karen, TSH. What does TSH stand for? All righty. If y'all will look in the chat and see if you have if the word follow or the word following after the person's name. If you have the word follow, that means that you're not following that crafter, and it helps us all when we kind of chip in together and follow each other's pages. So if you see anybody in the chat whose page that you're not following, if you'll give them a follow. And then the other thing is to go, there's a link at the top of my page where I came in, and you can go to Grace Creations and follow. I guess you might be already, no, because if you're on my page, you may not be following them. But you can follow Grace Creations, and then when we go live inside the group, you'll be notified. It's a private group, so in order to be notified and to be able to watch inside the group, you have to be join the group. It's free to join, and I've got a great group of crafters. All right, here we go, y'all. Just kind of smoothing this out again. I'm thinking I'm going to put twine up top. That's why, if you're wondering, if anybody's wondering why I'm not painting the very top, I'm thinking I'm going to take some twine and, all right, I'm going to have to stipple this because there's a lot. Now, of course, for whatever reason, I could not find 4 of the same exact pint jars. So it kind of works out that I'm going to be covering some of this up. All right, here we go. Almost done. And then I think I'm going to go back and do a second coat. I've got, what do I have? I've got the orange left. Now, the smoother the jar, the easier this is going to be, is what I'm finding out, because the paint is collecting by the embossing area. So we got, I don't know if I told y'all or not, but we have a friend who smokes barbecues, Boston Butts, and it is the best barbecue that you can eat. And so we've been eating on barbecue. He gives us like a whole, not gives us, I mean, we buy it from him, but it's a whole pan of barbecue. And I'm telling you what, y'all, it is the best barbecue this side. Actually, the best barbecue I've ever had. They, oh, the sassy. Do you knit or crochet? Is that why you've got the hook in there? My mother used to crochet. I never could. I didn't do too well with crocheting. I could do other things, but I tried knitting. My best girlfriend growing up, my best girlfriend's mother, she knitted and crocheted, and I just never could get it. But you know, I think if I put my mind to it, I could probably learn it now. But you know, I had so many. That was when I was about 16, and thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so there we go. All right, so there's the green one. You can tell that one really needs a second coat for sure. All right, so I'm going to put that brush down, and we're going to come over here, and we're going to do the orange next. How we doing on time? Ooh, okay. I'm going to hurry up here. All right, got me a 4th brush. Oh, I like this. What is this called? This is called Tiger Lily, and it is pretty, pretty, pretty. I'm glad I did the base coat, because it really needed something to make it pop. So if y'all were doing, if you were doing something with a mason jar, would you use tissue paper and then paint it? Would you just paint it? Would you decoupage it? What would be your craft of choice if you were working with a mason jar for the fall? I went on Pinterest, I'll tell you that. Because I wanted to get some ideas. And you know how it is, you know, you go on Pinterest and then you just kind of put a conglomeration of all the different things that you see. And then it becomes yours, right? You take all the different parts, pull them together. I do think that these would be pretty crackled too. Hey, Rita. Hey, So yeah, I taught public school for 8+ years. Then I was a stay-at-home. God called me to be a stay-at-home mom, and then I became a homeschool mom. And boy, did God teach me a lot through being a homeschool mom. A lot of people ask me, you know, I don't know how you do it, and I was like, well, you do it on your knees, and you let God do the rest, right? He brought the right teachers into my kids' lives at the right time. I didn't teach them everything. I just made sure I facilitated everything. Yeah, I hear you, Tammy. Just depends on what kind of mood we're in, right? All right, so let me go down this way so we can get the bottom of this. So I'm going to be doing some jumbo finials coming up here for the for the Christmas season, and so we'll see how I do. It's going to be they'll be kind of like whimsical, and yeah, it is. It sure is, Angie. It's like a recipe. That's a good way of putting it. You know? You take somebody else's recipe and you make it your own. I did that with salmon. I've got an amazing recipe for salmon that's got like a creamy sauce with it and lemon and a conglomeration of spices in it. It is, I mean, one of my younger son's friends, who was a very, very picky eater at the time, he's not picky anymore, but he was a very picky eater. He ate it and asked for seconds, and I about fell out. I was like, well, this passed the test. No, it was a calling for me, Tammy. It was definitely a calling. You know, like I said, I taught public school, so when God called me to homeschool, I was like, oh, I don't know about this. And all right, so let me make sure these are dry, and I'll put a second coat on them. 26. I'm looking at the clock, always looking at hey, Berta, how are ya? I am making, these are going to be like little flower pots. It's a fall, the theme is autumn mason jars. And so, I probably should have done the tops. Maybe I'll do it on the second coat. So I'm painting these, and then I'm going to, the idea is to put like some flowers in them to make it look like a flower arrangement. And then what I'll do is I'll put this on my, I have a table in my foyer. All right, so there's that one. Go back, and we're going to put a second coat on here. All right, I'm going to give that green one a little bit more time to dry. I may have to dry it more before. All right, so here we go. Gonna do a little bit more. Actually, you know what? I want to see if I have a deeper red. Maybe this one? No, I don't want to use that one. Maybe this one. Let's see. Is that gonna be? No, I'm gonna keep it the color that it is. All right, here we go, y'all. I think this is going to be a better, once I get this second coat on here. It's got a little bit of a pink look to it, but I think we'll be okay. It's called Cherry Red. All right, this is looking better. It's got a little bit better coverage to it. And then just stippling it through here. Now, usually when I paint things, I put like a collection of colors, and when I say, I mean of hues, really, values, like a light red, a medium red. But I decided to do this just plain and see how it turned out. If you put a variety of colors in your when you're painting something, it'll give it more dimension. But for this one, I decided to just go. All right, so let me do the top of this. I'm gonna go ahead and do the top of this. Just a light coat so that that white doesn't show through when I put the twine on here. Then I want to get the tops too. Okay. All right, and then this guy's going to go off to the side. All right, so that's the red. Now let's do the yellow. Come back in here with the yellow. How many of you garden? Any of y'all garden? All right, and again, I'm going to go over this just real quickly. How are we doing on time? 4:30. And if you garden, do you grow sunflowers? Any of y'all grow sunflowers or pumpkins? I'm not a very good gardener. I tried it, and my husband, I can't remember what it is my husband said. He says, I'm like, nothing like spending $100 on a tomato. He said, I think we're going to just buy them. And I was like, but we can control what's in them this way. And it was kind of like looks like I just went out and came back in. So I appreciate y'all being here, joining us, and joining Grace Creations. Remember to please join the group so that you will be notified whenever Grace Creation goes live. And Grace Creations also has a sister group, Inspired by Grace, every second and fourth Tuesday, there is a devotional and a crafters. And I didn't make it to the craft this week. It was like time got way ahead of me. But the crafters typically, the presenters typically do okay. All right, this is what we got. So now we got us a nice yellow. All right, so there's yellow, and then we're going to come in here, and green is next. Where are you, Tammy? Are you up north? You must be up north for your seasons to be short. All right, here we go. We're going to get this green one in here. Huh. I'm kind of surprised that the green is the one that covers the least. I would not have expected that. But it's the one that really needs that second coat. We have, I'm in Virginia, and southeastern Virginia. All right, here we go. Really needing a lot of green to cover this. All right. My grandmother was from Wisconsin. And I'm not a cold nature person at all. I am definitely all about the warmth. All right, let me get the top of this, and then we'll move on. Wow, this took longer than I thought. Oh, you're in Canada. Oh, gosh, yes, you don't have much of a growing period, do you? Don't y'all have your roofs painted colors or something? Like orange, if I remember right. Is that correct, Tammy? Tell me the reason for that, if that is true. Is it so helicopters can find you in the snow or something? I mean, it's covered with snow, right? I just know y'all get a lot of snow, a lot more snow than I want to have. We get a big snowstorm on the average, about every, oh, I bet there are pumpkins everywhere in Arkansas. We get a big snowstorm it averages about every 5 years. Sometimes we get lucky and it'll snow 2 years in a row, but not much, not really much. All right, so there we go. Now we're off to do the orange. Oh, this one kind of crackled for some reason. I wonder what was up with that. It's okay. I'm gonna give it its own little look. Oh, the question was, in Canada, when we went up there, when we were, where did we go? I don't even remember. But I thought I remember the rooftops being orange. Is that true? And if that is true, why? Why are the tops of the roofs? I mean the roofs. Why are the roofs orange? Or is it a different color? Or are they, because like around here, most of our roofs are like black or brown. Maybe some hint of green in them. I love to learn. Educate me. Boy. So good thing I painted this base coat before I came on, y'all, right? All right. That's good. That's going to be as good as it's going to get. Oh, I got to do this part here. Hold on. So, Nimrel, did I pronounce your name wrong? Right or wrong? And how do you pronounce your name if I am wrong? Is it Nimrel? Nimreli? How many syllables does it have? Okay, almost, y'all. I gotta hurry up. Let me get the top. I may have to wait and put the, all right, here we go. All right, into the water we go with all of my brushes. Now, I don't know if y'all caught the live that I did where I mentioned Murphy's oil paint. I gotta have that. Hey, Denise, I got your package. Thank you. I'm excited to try and get that project finished. Anyway, Murphy's oil paint. So use it to clean out your brushes. Comes in many colors, but never knew anyone in an orange roof, but likely not unheard. So what is the different colors? What is the purpose for having the different colors of the roof? just because they want to, or is there... Hey, Kimmy, good to see you. All right, here we go, y'all. How we doing on time? 39. I got 20 minutes. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these kind of dry off on their own for a little bit. Whoops. And I'm going to, all right, so this is the joy of this disposable palette. I'm done. Now all I got to do is tear that off and throw it away. And I'm done with it. And then I'll put this away, and when I need it the next time, it'll be ready. All right, so now what I need to do is I'm going to take some burlap. I probably should have cut this ahead of time. I'm going to take some burlap. I got this a couple of years ago, and you can see I'm just finally getting around to using it. And I'm going to grab my glue gun. And I'm going to start, while I'm stenciling, I'm going to plug this in so that it can be heating up so that I don't have to wait on it in a little bit. All right, so I'm going to take this burlap and we are going to put this around here. And I'm probably going to, all right, let's see, let me bring this down a little bit. We're going to put this around here and tuck that on there. All right, looks like I need to come down a little bit. I may have to, all right, that looks good, but I don't need this quite this long. All right, let's cut 4 of these. 1. I'll measure it and tell y'all, but you don't really need to know because you're going to just take it and wrap it around your jar. And I'm wondering if I want to take the, all right, here's a 4th one. I got 18 minutes. I should be, I'm hoping I can make it. All right, so now what I'm going to do, where is my stencil? Ding, ding, ding. Now, I want to make sure that I tell y'all that after me, Lindell's Craft Escape is coming up. No! Where is my stencil? All right, Lord, show me where it is. Oh, no. This is not... Oh, here it is, right here in front of me. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take some... Oh, I should have left my palette out. All right, I'm going to use this thing here. I'm going to take this. And I'm just going to kind of... just eyeball where, let me get a stencil brush. I'm going to just eyeball where the middle is. Okay. This is just says, oh, let me do it this way. Fall. Hello, fall. And I'm going to do 1 letter on each one of these. And just like I said, you could fold it in half and do it exact if you want. I'm just going to eyeball it. Okay, so there we go. So we got an F. I'll put it backwards so y'all can see it. There's an F. And then we're going to do, I feel like I should do some kind of color for the leaf. And I threw my paint away, of course. All right, so let me do red. Let me do the red. So I got another brush. I got tons of these Essential Stencil brushes. And this is an Essential Stencil. I am an affiliate with Essential Stencil if y'all need a discount code. All right, here we go. I think we need a little bit of color for the leaf. How are we doing on time? 45. I got 15 minutes. I should make it. Okay? All right, so there we go. So now we've got a leaf. That's going to be our A. And we're going to come over here. I don't need that anymore, so let's go ahead and get some. We're going to load and we're going to offload. I love Essential Stencil, Karen. I love the content for the most part of what they put out. I love their fonts. I really like their fonts. I love their, the people who are, that they are a Christian company. And another good one is the Stencil Smith. I like them too. All right, so there's an L. Okay, let me put it this way so y'all can see it. A-L, and then I need one more L. All right, let's see here. Load and offload. I got a ton of inventory to get rid of, and I was thinking about having a raffle. So if y'all are not following my page, make sure that you're following my page so that you can get the information about it. And make sure that you go into, whoops, I keep wanting to show you the backwards side. Make sure you go into your notifications to make sure that you get all of the notifications. All right, putting those in the water. And let me put this off to the side. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to put this off to the side. All right, so here we go. Let's see what we got. Oh, this may be longer than I need, but that's okay. All right, here we go. I don't think I need quite that much, so I'm gonna cut some of this off of here. Oh, I never measured it for y'all. Hang on, I'll measure it for you. This is 13 inches. And I think I just cut off at least a good ½ inch. All right, so now I'm gonna put, I think that'll work. All right, so let me get this on here. Make sure I get it straight. And then I think I would be fine. All right, what I'm going to do is I am going to glue this together, turn that down, and now I'm going to glue this, ouch, on here. All right, so there's one. That's an L. All right, like y'all didn't know that, right? I need some glue sticks. Grab some glue sticks. was one. Okay. All right, so I think we should put, I'm going to put the red leaf on the yellow. Same thing. I'm going to take and I'm going to just turn this back. I probably could have done a better job with the middle. Oh well. It is what it is. All right, so let me go ahead and put this on here. Ouch, ouch, ouch. How are we doing on time? 10 minutes. I think we're going to make it, y'all. I think we're going to make it. Oh, that's really crooked. All right, that's better. Okay, there's that. And then we've got fall. All right, this side's longer, so I'm going to turn this side down. So you may want to fold these in half to make sure that you get... All right, here we go. Put this on here. Put the bottom flap on first, and then swing this around. Okay, make sure it's straight. I want to at least get some flowers in here for y'all. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do the twine, but we might at least be able to get the, let's see, which way is this for y'all? All right, F, A, L, and red, and we'll do red down here. Okay, L. All right, so let me move this up here and out of the way so I can do this last one. And I'm actually covering up the embossing part. All right, here we go, y'all. The embossing part of the jar, because we don't need to see that. And then I'm going to turn this back just a little bit so that it's not a rough edge. Anybody sew in here? How many of y'all sew? I sew a little bit. I took a home ec class when I was in 8th and 9th grade and made clothes for me. Never made anything for my husband. But, okay, so there's the L. All right, so this is what we've got. All right, let me unplug this and get this out of the way. Okay. All right, so we've got, where's my F? There's my F. There's my A. F, A. There's my L. There's my other L. And now let me pull some flowers up here. All right, so I was thinking about putting some leaves in here. I've got these sunflowers. I don't know if they're going to be too big or not. They're kind of big, but we're going to give it our best shot to see what happens. All right, so I'm going to take and I'm going to just, here's one. Let's see. I don't know if we're going to do all four. Let's just go for it and see what happens. Remember, you can always pull these apart further. I'm just trying to keep them together so that y'all can see everything. All right, there's 4 sunflowers. Now we're going to come in here and oops, it's going to be loud. I want to throw some wheat in here. Let me get some pieces of wheat. Oh, this is like, hang on. Oh, this is going to fall apart when I clip this off of here. Let me just grab some wheat. Oh, that guy, he didn't do too good. He'll be a short guy. All right, so let me cut some of this down. How am I doing on time? I got 6 minutes. Oh, I should be good. All right. We're going to throw some wheat in here. All right, let's see what this is going to do. Oh, way too tall. All right, probably need to cut it about that much. I'm not a professional flower decorator. If I had more time, I could make it look better probably. All right, so I'm gonna throw some wheat in here. Get some tall stuff. Ooh, that's way too tall. Let's see if I can just bend it. Get some tall stuff in here. And then I have some other stuff. This is like really winging it. All right, so we're gonna get the wheat. I probably could just do one so that y'all could get an idea. All right, so the next thing I want to grab I have some of these little guys, some red. We're going to throw some red in here. Maybe I should just do one of these so y'all can see what it's going to look like. And then I also have some gold. This, I don't know what you call this stuff. Got some gold stuff in here to add another shade of yellow. So we got red, we got yellow, we got sunflowers. All right, hang on, I'm not done. How am I doing on time? Oh, I got 3 minutes. All right, let me grab some leaves. We'll throw some leaves in here. Oh, I got a mess. I got a big mess. All right, hang on. There's one. All right, so we've got some leaves that we're going to throw in here. See the leaves? All right, so there's some leaves. There's some leaves. Make sure that you refresh your page so that you can see the next crafter. I'm Julie with Nothing Is Wasted Designs. Love for you to follow my page. Make sure that you're following the other crafters. All right, and then we've got this and these. And I probably should have put some of that styrofoam stuff in the bottom, but I didn't. And got some more gold. Oh, that one broke off. Got some more red. And I got 1 minute. I'm gonna get some more leaves in here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and so there we go. Got some leaves covering this up. And that's what we got. So let me make sure that these are turned. All right, y'all, it's 5 o'clock. Refresh your page so that you can see. Let me show you what we have here. And it needs some help. I have to help it. But y'all hit the refresh button and go watch Lindell with Lindell's Craft Escapes. All right, y'all have a great night. I love you, and Jesus loves you more. Talk to you later. All right, bye-bye. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks for following. Thanks, Karen. Bye, y'all.